up? Shane Wolf 38 here. Today I decided to do a video on a little randomization trick I know about that I thought might be helpful to share. Now, basically this will let you, increase or decrease the percent, whether the chance of an event occurring. So right now there's a 20% chance that when I hit this villager, flame particles will come out of him. So let's hit him, see what happens. Nope. And eventually flame particles will come out. There we go. So there's a 1 in 5th chance that when I hit him, flame particles will come out. Right now I'm getting kind of unlucky, unfortunately. Come on. Okay, see now we're getting a lot of flame particles, and then kind of subsides again. So yeah, about 1 in 5th chance. Pretty cool. And yeah, we can just keep punching him. Okay. Now we can actually lower the percentage to maybe 5. Keep hitting him over and over. Now the percentage is very low, so we're gonna have to kind of get lucky here. Come on. Come on. And yeah, so we are not very lucky. This is taking a while. Flame particles. There we go. Finally. So you can see 5% is pretty low. Also, just to mention, we can actually change this by more than 5%. We can do it down to a percentage, but I'm just doing it for 5 by 5, for just, the simplicity of it. 50%, so every other time we hit him, we're likely to get flame particles. Wow, that was a lot in a row there. You can see a lot of flame particles now. Now, not many. So yeah, flame particles, pretty cool. If we put this up to about 80%, you're gonna see that the chance increases a lot, and almost every time there are flame particles. We can put it up to even 100%, and now every time we will get flame particles. So that's very cool. And yeah, let's just show you how the redstone works. It's pretty simple. We're basically just doing the same thing. We're creating a score of 99 by giving ourselves a score of a random armor stand named random score of random, multiplying it by 10, and then adding 0 through 9 again. And then we are going to subtract random particles random score. Now that is a fake player, which represents this number. And if we give it a score of, let's say, 50, or 20 actually, that means there's a 20% chance. It's going to subtract that number, 20, and once that number is subtracted, if it is less than or equal to -1, we are going to execute the particle command. Now, let's say we get 0, and the percent chance is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. So we want it to have a 1% or a 0% chance. So we need to make it -1 because the numbers are 0 through 99. Now that is 100 digits, but it's not 1 through 100. So we have to remember that. For instance, if we want the percent to be 5, if we get the number 5, we can't have that work because 0 through 4 already works. So we need it to be -1, and that's why it's equal to or less than -1. Because if this is 30, and we get, so basically every number 0 through 29 will be less than -1, so that will work. But every number above that will be 0 or higher, so it won't work. And that's basically how this works. And this is just block data, some reset commands, and that's about it. Now I'm going to exit this world and go to another world to show you something else you can do with this. So I'm backing out right now, and yeah, I have a lot of worlds. Let me go to this one. Kind of has some weird names for them. I wasn't really thinking. This is a way you can do it with multiple ones and have different probabilities for different ones. You can see that this is moving directly, so like everything is changing by 5%. When I move this one down, this one goes up. If I move this one up, this one goes down. That goes all the way over here. And when you move this one down, this one goes up and whatnot. I can move that down, that up a little bit. And that is the probability for all these to happen. So right now the probability of getting a 2 is very low. But you can see we are getting a lot of 1, 3s, and 5s because those are very prominent. We can even move this up to maybe, yeah, you can see if this is at 0%, we actually can't move this up anymore. It does detect that. So we can just do that. And, yep, let's move that over to 70%. Now, the probability of getting 3 is really, really high. So, most likely we are going to get a lot of 3s and a lot of 5s. You can see there's just a ton of 3s there. And, yep. Now let's look at these commands. So basically it's doing the same thing that it was before, and then it's just going to chain a bunch of commands. Now, there's some wiring behind here. A lot of it is unnecessary because apparently you can't get block data to work with named entities, so I had to use fake players, and that made me almost double, if not, almost triple the command blocks. So that was a real drag. But anyway, let's get on to this. This is a supply 1, supply 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, it's first going to subtract supply 1. And if it is then equal to or less than -1, it's going to do a tell raw saying 1, and then it's going to reset their random score, which means they're done. They were in the 0 to 4 range if it was 5%. Now let's say this one's 20%, we're just making stuff up. That means we're going to go from 5 to 19 because 0 through 4 is already done. That's why we had to reset this right here. We needed to reset that because let's say that we got something like 8 or 9, and then that subtracted, or okay, let's say for this one we got like 3 or 4, and it subtracted supply 2. It would then be negative because supply 2 has a 20% chance. That's why we had to reset it here. So it has to go in this order, and then it basically does that for each probability. And then when we subtract the last one, supply 5, we're just going to reset everyone's random score if they have a random of equal to or less than -1, which they will have to have by then because all of this adds up to 100%, and it's 99 minus 100, and that has to be -1. So, yep, that's the maximum it can get to. That's pretty cool. This can also be used to make it so you can do something like, it was like this video I saw by a guy named Fahrenheit who makes really cool mini-game recreations. Or app recreations, better said. I'm going to link the video in the description. He used this randomizer. It basically changed the probability by adding more entities. Now, this could be used to do what he did without adding extra entities, but yeah, he just added sheep, and it would change the number on all the signs by having 100 divided by the total number of sheep. So let's say there were 3, 100 divided by 3 would be 33. And then if they would each, a certain number would each represent a power-up, and then let's say there were 2 sheep in one and 1 sheep in the other, it would be multiplied by that number. So 2 times 33 would be 66% then, and so on and so forth. And then he just basically did that. This could be used to do it with only one entity for each section, and then just adding numbers, and then using this machine to get the probability. But that's probably unnecessary unless you don't want your world to lag, which unless you have a decent computer, it should not lag. And yeah, this video has gone on long enough. That's about it. I do not want to take up any more time, and I just broke that sign, so that's good. That's definitely good. Anyway, yep, that's about it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. I'm out.